Hey yo, what is going on, viewers of the tube? If you're wondering where you are in the tubeverse, you just step foot into the crypto channel that gets you as fired up as a grandpa dealing with a technical quarter machine.
Let me pull forward and give you the money. That's where the dollar bills go, right here.
Yes, sir.
Well, I'm putting the money in there.
Okay, it did read your dollar. Did it spit the dollar back out of you?
No, it didn't go in.
Okay, I'm terribly sorry, sir.
No, it went in. It came back again.
Okay, put the president facing the ground.
What? I can't help it. God bless it. What the hell's the matter with this damn machine?
Well, old geezer, the machines are coming. You know our John Connor. It's time for Chico Crypto. Well, the crypto markets, they have gone sideways as of shooting this video yesterday. Pulling out Bitcoin's price chart over the past 7 days, the dump came on the 19th from 9,100 resistance to 8,700 support in one big red candle. Although since then, the price has been hanging on to this support level for the past 3 days. Although getting rejected from 9.2K isn't good for bullish momentum, and another drop into the 6K levels is not out of the realm of possibility. Personally, I would say there is a 15% chance of touching 6K levels once again, and a 65% chance of touching 7K levels again, and a 20% chance of pumping into 9K again soon. But in these sideways markets, while Bitcoin is pushing up, many alt seasons take place for a small percentage of coins. Yes, BTC has to be on the move up, overall bullish, for these mini alt seasons to happen, not on the way down, bearish. That usually never happens. But we have been on the way up, so today we are going to dive into the crumbs, the breadcrumbs for a crypto project that I just got on my radar through some good old Chico research. So this all begins with something we have been discussing on the channel for some time, the Enterprise Ethereum Alliance EEA. I'm sure most of you know what this is, but for those that don't or are new to the channel, the EEA's goal is to connect enterprises and their applications to the mainnet Ethereum through open standards, smart contracts, and protocols built through collaboration of the members. And those members is what makes this such a powerful alliance, as it's a mix of the top blockchain projects and some of the biggest enterprises across the globe. Here's a list of the members as of October 2017. Accenture, British Petroleum, BNY Mellon, Cisco, Consensus, Credit Suisse, Deloitte, IC3, there's iExec, ING Bank, Intel, JP Morgan, MasterCard, Microsoft, and many more. The list I'm showing was taken over 2 years ago, and since then it has doubled in size. The EEA is the most dominant crypto-focused alliance with the most development going on. There's no arguing this. So the goal of the EEA is to connect enterprises to the mainnet Ethereum. For this to be accomplished, many different tools needed to be built. And digging into EEA documentation, they have the architecture stack laid out very nicely for those who want to get their shovels. As we can see, they're looking to build infra contracts and standards, which include token standards, the smart contract tools. Tooling sections includes wallets, hardware and not, integration and deployment tools, and there is client interfaces APIs, which includes Oracle, Chainlink. Then there's the Enterprise 3 Ps, privacy, performance, and permissioning. Privacy includes on-chain and off-chain. Performance includes on-chain and off-chain computing / trusted compute. iExec. You get the idea, the EEA is building stuff. But the big thing that was announced last week was the launch of the EEA Testnet. Yes, that architecture stack is ready for some testing. So all those enterprises, they can test applications that operate in an environment very similar to the real one to understand what are Ethereum's performance is and to see what is the potential of the network, all without having to incur in the operational costs of a live environment. In addition, it will make it easier to interoperate between the different public and private protocols launched on Ethereum that have so far been able to interact with each other, the silos. So with a testnet, you get a mainnet launch usually a couple of months after, and the EA is preparing for it, as all the way back in August they announced a mainnet initiative, and Consensus, one of the leading mainnet working group members, put out this blog post. EEA's mainnet initiative bridges permissioned and public blockchains. And at the bottom of the blog, we get some insights into the working groups and what they are building with. Once the EEA Mainnet working groups officially kick off, the Ethereum ecosystem will have a proper forum to connect the mainnet and enterprise worlds. Working group leaders will come from the Ethereum community, as well as from the enterprise world. The initiative needs participants who understand business needs, as well as the Web3 technology stack, which if we click into the Web3 stack, it takes us into an Ethereum developer portal. And if we scroll through this, we find some interesting things. There's Hyperledger Basu, Microsoft Azure, then some state channels including Connex and URaiden, and sidechains including Scale, Loom, and POA. Finally, we get to the oracles in the Web3 stack, Chainlink and Rhombus. So interesting to see those involved, but like I said, Consensus is one of the leading groups managing the Mainnet initiative, and John Wolpert is one of the men in charge. John, we have spoken about before, and he previously co-founded IBM Blockchain, Hyperledger Fabric, and is now the executive of Web3 Studio and Consensus for enterprise mainnet products and technology. Well, back in October of last year, 2 months after the Mainnet initiative launched, they had a public working group call. Let's hear what John had to say about the aim of the EEA Mainnet and interoperability.
We also have another question from Imran Bashir, and it says, it's a question for everyone. It says, what are your thoughts on interoperability between Mainnet and Enterprise Ethereum? What is the main aim of this working group? Is it making public Mainnet suitable for enterprises, or enabling interoperability between Enterprise Ethereum and the Mainnet?
Well, and so there are companies like Unibright is on. You heard from Sergey Nazarov, which would be Chainlink, and those folks. I'll say that my personal interest is, in the kind of the task force I'm probably going to be interested in a lot is not so much chain-to-chain interop, which is definitely an important part. It is using the mainnet as a way for state machines of any type to be able to work together without dropping breadcrumbs along the way.
So no breadcrumbs along the way, but let's just replay what he said in the beginning.
So there are companies like Unibright is on. You heard from Sergey Nazarov, which would be Chainlink.
Sergey Nazarov and Chainlink folk mentioned, but before it, Unibright. And that was a name drop I unfortunately missed because I've seen that video before. So that EEA working group call was published and done on October 25th. Well, 4 days before this call, Unibright CTO Stefan Schmidt posted this in the Telegram chat. A Cointelegraph article of the Mainnet initiative launch and these words. Hello, this week we prepare for a possible contribution to the EEA Mainnet initiative. Unibright could be a key provider for specifications in B2B enterprise blockchain integration and off-chain code integration. And then this kind of confirmed it. I posted a video on Monday regarding the EEA Mainnet initiative and some Chainlink news. Well, on the Twitter post about the video, someone posted that video clip of John mentioning Unibright. Let's watch their clip now.
What are your thoughts on interoperability between Mainnet and Enterprise Ethereum? What is the main aim of this working group? Is it making public Mainnet suitable for enterprises, or enabling interoperability between Enterprise Ethereum and the Mainnet?
So there are companies like Unibright is on. You heard like Unibright is on. Heard from Sergey Nazarov, which would be Chainlink.
Thug Life and Johnny smoking a doobie. I love it. But guess who liked it? John Wolpert. And if you go to Unibright's main website, you see the consortium they are engaged with. And EA is right there. Now checking out Unibright's stats on CoinGecko, we can see it is wrecked since getting listed on CoinGecko in May of 2018. The ROI for early ICO investors in the public sale is negative 85%. From its all-time high, it's down 95.8%. But from its all-time low, it's up 124.4%. And that was just a few months ago, in November of 2019. So since November, Unibright has been bubbling and slowly pushing up a very bullish chart. And as we can see, it only has a market cap of 3 million, with a large majority of the token supply circulating. Both good things. But the only thing I'm wary of is the volume, only about 23 grand. And checking out the exchanges, not a good list to say the least, meaning if they have large whales, they can't dump even if they wanted to. But continuing with the research, on January 12th, Mr. Wolpert tweeted about enterprises using the mainnet as middleware. He mentioned they will need custodian services. And below in the discussion, he says use cases inside the topic of B2B system integration. Going to Unibright's main page, they describe themselves as blockchain-based business integration. And one of those things is Unibright's free equity, or their financial integration service. And looky here, one of the things it does is custodian services for Enterprise. Now let's go to John Wolpert's Medium and his claps, the articles he loves. There's Enigma, and right below that is Unibright's tokenization article, written just last month. In it, we can see their vision for tokenization, including custodian services as one of their puzzle pieces. So it's obvious John has Unibright on his mind, especially recently as the mainnet gets ready to be unveiled. And like I showed a few days ago, the EEA just formed a mainnet working group called Eminent, working on Ethereum mainnet integration for enterprises, which the information about it is behind a password. Don't worry, I tried password and it didn't work. Could Unibright be behind the password wall and on this task force? Well, the Crumb trail is left and I'm keeping my eyes on this one. The Unibright framework could be a major component of the EEA Mainnet. Or I could just be connecting the dots like Charlie looking for Pepe Sylvia.
Take a look at this.
Jesus Christ,
That right there is the mail. Now let's talk about the mail. Can we talk about the mail, please, Mac? I'm dying to talk about the mail with you all day, okay? Pepe Sylvia. This name keeps coming up over and over again. Every day, Pepe's mail's getting sent back to me. Pepe Sylvia, Pepe Sylvia. I look in the mail. Well, this whole box is Pepe Sylvia.
Well, the Pepe Sylvia of Unibright is one of their advisors, DataTrash, strategy advisor. Major reason I'm not a fan, as their strategy has led them down a dark path to the bottom of the crypto barrel. That shathead, in my opinion, made his money off Unibright and now has moved on to the next project to take tokens from. I mean, he just made a top altcoin video, and the coins he is looking at? Chainlink, Basic Attention Token, Kyber Network, and Synthetics Network. Then December, he did a top altcoin video. Top picks, Link, XRP, Basic Attention Token, and a competing platform to which he is a strategy advisor for. He is strategy advisor, Unibright. He supports Ravencoin. Even in July, he did a top 10 coins for 2020, and not a mention of Unibright. The last time he talked about them and made personal videos was all the way back during the ICO, April of 2018.
And they were kind enough to give me the humbling experience to do my first long-term advisory role in the blockchain space. So I'm really excited to tell you guys why I'm working long-term with them.
Hype video breaking down the platform. May 2018, another hype video. And in June of 2018, an interview with the team. Not much else since then. Will Unibright get back on his radar? Well, I know you're watching, Nick. How's it? Cheers, I'll see you next time.